Hello.
Hello to you.
Hello
Welcome.
to you. Welcome, everyone. Welcome.
Welcome to Tuesday, the 12th, right? Today's 12th?
It
Yes.
is Taco Tuesday, May 12th, 2026, depending on where you're at. If you're joining from Australia, New Zealand, it could be the future. But here it's
It could be. Then they had their Taco Tuesday yesterday,
that's right.
potentially.
Potentially.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, tacos, I think, are pretty worldwide, by the way.
I think, my people do a good job.
Yeah. I mean, it's convenient, easy to hold, delicious,
Very portable food.
very portable food. This is not Taco Mentor, by the way. This is Animation Mentor. Yeah.
You almost sounded like you're from Ohio. Did you say Taco
I
Man?
do. Mentor? Taco
Mentor?
Mentor?
Animation Manor.
ATDD. Hey,
ATD.
hey to you.
Welcome. Hello.
Hello there. I like your font you got up there. That's pretty sweet.
Thank you. Keeping it modern.
It makes it feel like a video game.
It's a little gamey. I think. What is the? There was a name for this, but I forgot.
I
what
like it.
was. I like it too. Yeah,
Makes me think I'm like trying to beat a high score.
Yeah.
Well, this is Animation Mentor. This is our live stream that we do. Golly, what, every second Tuesday? And is this the second Tuesday? The third Tuesday.
Yeah. I've third.
Wow.
I think there's a lot because I think. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I have to look at a calendar. It's not.
It's one of them. It's one of the Tuesdays.
It's
and we're here again, right? Talking about animation, talking about classes we offer, hopefully answering some questions and all the things that kind of go along with it. Giving dates out, not dates the edible kind.
Medjool dates.
Medjool dates, yeah. We're talking about calendar dates we'll be giving out. Maybe next time we do the Medjool dates. I don't know. We'll find out. Shipping could be a problem.
Could be. We got a lot of questions popping in Instagram, so we'll get to those in a quick second there. Thanks for joining us. This is Animation Mentor live stream. In case you didn't know, Animation Mentor is an online animation school specializing in 3D character animation training for feature films and games, but we cover more than just 3D character animation. My name is Mars. I'm a student success coach here at Animation Mentor, and that's my guy right there, Tim.
Hello, I am Tim. Also, student advisor, or as it's saying right now, dream analyst here at Animation Mentor. We are here. Yes, Marvin, the legendary Mars and Tim. We are here. Yes, love that. Pin that one.
I'm just leaving it there the whole time.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Cool. Yeah, and like Tim said, this stream is for you. So if you've got questions about how this works, and how do you sign up for classes, how do you apply for the programs, which classes should you take based on your skill level, that's what this is all about today. So if you do have questions, pop those in the chat, but we'd love to know where you're checking in from. One of the cool things about our school being an online school is we've got students from all around the world. I am in Northeast Ohio myself, just east of Cleveland. Where are you at, Tim?
I happen to be in a quaint little place in the they call it the natural state. It's Arkansas, of all places. Right?
Doesn't your state have two state names or something?
Yeah. The natural state, and then we're also the it's like the diamond state. Also, they actually farm for diamonds out here. Not the best looking diamonds. They look like dirty rocks, honestly, but people love them. Right?
Nice.
It's the natural state, though.
Well, cool. Let us know where you're from in the chat here. So far, I see chats coming in from Instagram and LinkedIn and YouTube. If you're watching from Facebook, look at that, Kelvin. Kelvin is awesome.
So that's a good one. We like that guy.
I like Kelvin.
We like all of you guys, but
yeah, Kelvin's. He's got, I won't share too much information about it, but he is a graduate, and we're very, very happy to know Kelvin for sure.
Yes.
He's doing great. Cool. Yeah. So
Mohammed, Prakshi, Fulvio, what's up?
if you're on Facebook, if you could drop a quick message in here just to make sure that the messages are working from Facebook, that would be super helpful.
Little test.
Just a little test. Hopefully, Pete will be dropping in soon.
Yeah.
But let's get to some of these questions
dig it.
coming in Canada from Brazil.
From
Very
Brazil. A little weather difference, a little bit.
Cool. Todo bem? See, I know a little Portuguese. Cool. So let's get to some of these questions. Oh, look, we got India as well.
Yeah.
From Instagram, official J Animation says, "Hello, Mars. This is Jay. I'm still interested." Awesome. Great to hear that.
Dig it.
And yeah, send us a message. I'm happy to help you out with that. So I'm glad to hear you're interested. That's the first step. You got to have an interest in this. You got to have a passion.
Yeah. Be passionate about it. Yeah.
Yeah. And, the next step is signing up. Oh, Riyadh.
Yeah. Wow.
Had Saudi Arabia, I believe. Riyadh, there was another student from Riyadh, and they were telling me about this amazing music festival in Riyadh. Sounded really cool.
Muhammad, you better be going.
I don't know
Marvin
when that is.
from Nigeria. Nice. Sarah Wall. Oh, good.
Hey,
We know her.
we know who that is.
Look at that.
And it's working on Facebook. Thank you, Sarah.
Hopping in from Virginia, huh?
Heard of
Look
that
at
place. Never been there, though, actually.
Never
I've been
been
to
there
West
myself.
Virginia. I've
Yeah.
driven through West Virginia, and it's actually extremely beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's see, a couple messages coming in here. Vaishu Box of Art. I love that handle there from Instagram. Hi, I am Vaishnavi, 3D animator. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. And what else we got? Harsh Tiagi015 on Instagram. Is a career safe or not in the animation field? Good question.
There's some Cameron Pratt guy checking in from Canada.
Oh, look at that. Nice. That means all of our streams or channels are working. And there's Pete. I knew he'd
Pete
be on
Roby,
Facebook.
calling in from Texas.
There he is. That's a good question. Is a career safe or not in the animation field? Well, we have a responsibility as an animation school and as students of animation to keep it moving forward, to keep the career safe in the animation field. We got to keep learning this craft, and we got to keep teaching it to students so that you can so that it can live on, and things are changing for sure. Music is changing, art is changing, everything's changing, but I don't think animation is going to be going away, and the best way to do that is to learn it and do it and move the craft forward. So I think it's totally safe.
Yeah.
Cool. Riggs 3D. Now that's a good handle right there. How long have you guys worked in animation? So a little clarification. Personally, I'm not an animator. We have some amazing colleagues that are animators that teach here at Animation Mentor. Our mentors, right? They're from Pixar and DreamWorks and Disney, ILM, Sony, all those amazing studios. Tim and I are academic advisors, student success coaches, whatever you want to call us, dream analysts, if you will. But our specialty is working with students and helping them figure out the right classes to enroll in to meet their career goals. So we're not animators, but we know quite a bit about animation at this point. We've been working here for a while now, so we understand the pipeline and things like that, and animation and the principles of animation and stuff like that. But yeah, we're professional responders and student success coaches here.
There's quite a few of them in this in the chat though that I recognize for names that are animators, which is kind of cool. Pete in there as well, right? So we know that. Let's take a look here. What else we have? Fulvia with a good one. Being an online school, how do you guys feel about virtual work being reduced to almost nothing? Is it really possible to work fully remote? Yeah, there are quite a few people that do work fully remote that we know, as a matter of fact. So it's not going anywhere. I know you're in Canada by way of Brazil, so you're in a great area for that. There's a lot of studio work to be had over there. Yeah, we're not too much worried about that. I mean, we all work remote here as well. So as a matter of fact, the mentors that teach our classes, many of them work remote for the studio they work at, but then also teach for us remotely as well. So there's a lot of work out there for remote workers, for sure.
Remote control.
Arlie. What's up, Arlie?
Cool. Yes. Hello, Arlie Animates. Awesome. Mehmet Ali Baran 411 from Instagram says animation is a very difficult job. Well, you know what? It's not something that's easy. Otherwise, everyone would do it. So it is certainly something that's challenging. and particularly if you're going to try and learn it on your own. In my opinion, animation is one of those things. If you want to become a professional, you need to have the guidance of a professional. You can learn quite a bit online. There's all kinds of tutorials and videos and channels and websites, all sorts of stuff like that. But what you really need to grow as an artist is having regular feedback on your work, and having a structure around that, so that you know how to grow and build your skills. That's really hard to do on your own. And so, it's really important to really have that guidance of a mentor. That's what we do here.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because we get messages on Facebook and Instagram sometimes, and they're like, "I'm not a professional yet, but I'll come to Animation Mentor once I'm a professional." I'm like, "Well, wait a minute." That's what we do, is we help you become a professional animator. So
Yeah.
it is a difficult job. It's not for everyone. It's not easy. It's definitely challenging, but it's easier if you have the right guidance.
Yeah. ATDD. I'm currently planning to learn animation from scratch, but I have a few questions in my mind. My English isn't very good. Will I be able to find a job when I graduate? And how is AI affecting the industry? Not to worry as far as for all of those, actually, to be honest with you, because if you're trying to learn animation from, as you mentioned, from scratch, if you're going into, if you're interested in becoming a 3D character animator, this is the one thing we really specialize in, is taking somebody that knows nothing about animation and showing them how to use the software first, and then taking them through the 12-week animation basics to master all these principles, and then body mechanics. And so we have a program that's specifically set up to teach you from zero basically to hero, all the way to the very end of this thing. And so that's something that we can definitely help you out with. And as far as for English not being your, something that you're very good at, it's not a big deal for us, because there are students that are studying with us from around the world. Many of them are here in this particular session that we're in right now, and they're on our chat. So that is not a problem at all. I've always joked about us kind of being the United Nations of animation, and it holds true, because there's people from everywhere taking classes with us. So if you are good with conversational English, you're going to be totally fine in our classes. And then as far as for getting jobs when you're done, that's all about your demo reel. You got to have an awesome demo reel. That's what they're looking at. They're not looking at degrees. You got to be a nice person, somebody that people want to, kind of like hang out with and work, alongside for many, many hours during the day. But it's your demo reel that's going to win the day for you. We had a cool webinar workshop with Sean Sexton of DreamWorks, the head of character animation, where he specifically talks about how people are getting these gigs in the industry, and it is that demo reel, and how to prepare a demo reel. And then the last one on there, how is AI? That's probably the most frequently asked question that we get, and we always tell them the same thing. Look, it's not going anywhere. Don't so much worry about what AI is doing. Worry about what you're doing. Right? Yeah. Learning animation. And AI is not going to tell us stories. It's not going to make us laugh. It's not going to make us cry. It's not going to do those things. And so what we teach is frame by frame. There you go, right there. That Arlie animates. That's a good one to watch for sure. But
really good one.
Don't worry about what AI is doing, because it's not taking people's jobs, contrary to what you may have heard. Worry about actually learning the craft of animation, and then go from there.
Yeah. Awesome. Great answer. Thanks, Tim. A couple of more comments over here from Instagram. We've got Riggs 3D, Newport Coast, California, checking in. Welcome. It's cool. Newport Coast.
Catalina Island area, maybe.
Been in that area.
Yeah.
Preet says, hello, sir. Hello to you. Athena Koo from Instagram. Love you guys. Thank you. Love you too.
Short and sweet. I like that one.
Right. Cool. Let's see what else. Official
Let's talk about some dates too.
Oh yeah, we will for sure. We've got Official J Animations checking in from Winnsboro, South Carolina. Thanks for checking in.
Oh yeah, we know somebody from out in that area.
We do. Yeah, lots of dates. So we are currently accepting applications for our summer and our fall terms at the moment. Summer term begins July 6th. So coming up here in less than 2 months, hard to believe.
Wow.
So it's actually a great time to apply. If you're brand new to 3D character animation, you'll want to start off with our 6-week Maya course. And believe it or not, that's starting in what, 6 days? It's coming up real
Yeah.
quick. Deadline to register is this Sunday. You definitely want to get into that course because that's going to be your last opportunity to take the Maya animation course before the summer term begins. So definitely want to get into that one. And we do have a special promo code for that class at the moment. Happy to offer any discounts on that. It's a $200 discount. It's a pretty sizable discount, I would say. And we're also accepting applications for the fall term. That begins October 5th. Is that right? I think.
Yep.
October
Yep.
5th.
October 5th.
A little bit later this year than in previous years. We realigned things a bit so that we had kind of equal breaks in between terms. So I'm glad we did that. It gives people a little bit of a break in between. I think it's the winter and the spring term. Got a whole week off there. And then in between the fall and the winter term, my favorite one, get a nice long break there too. So those are built in between.
That is kind of nice.
Nice.
Yeah. What else we got going on here?
There are a few more questions coming in here from Instagram. So, yeah, we've got a tool. Ramesh, how is AI affecting the animation industry, and what does the future for it look like? Great question. We Tim kind of just addressed that, and actually, Hamid Asani 8 is also asking, what about AI coming in? So clearly a hot topic. Our view on that is, generative AI really doesn't have a place in our school in terms of animating. Typing in prompts is not art in our opinion. But I think what we've learned from our colleagues that are working in the industry is that it's something to pay attention to. It's good to be aware of what's happening with it. But in our opinion, it's never going to replace human creativity. So I think it's, being aware of it, understand what's going on. But, if your goal is to be an animator, that's what you should focus on, working on those skills of becoming an animator, being aware of what AI tools are out there. But not being fearful, of that it's just going to replace everything and it's going to go away. And I like to use this analogy. You've probably heard me say this 1,000 times by now, but look at 2D going into 3D. When 3D character animation came around, a lot of 2D artists were sounding the alarm and saying, hey, computer animation is going to ruin everything. But look we've got this beautiful art form now for decades, and it's so in my opinion, I think it's kind of exciting, to see what's going to happen with AI and animation. Who knows? We're going to have maybe these holographic animation images moving around in your house, and you can play a game with real live looking characters. I don't know. So it's hard to say where the future of it is going to go. We don't have a crystal ball or anything like that, but I think it's exciting. I think it's a time to be aware of things. But again, being an animation school, it's our responsibility to keep this craft alive by teaching animation, continuing to teach it, and helping artists grow.
Yep. I like it. Fulcrum 4272, currently in the Maya, in the Maya animation, absolutely loves it. And yes, never done animation before, and so wonderful to have this type of output to go to. That's awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying the Maya course.
Nice.
Oh, look who's checking in.
Chiffon. Fulvio's got a good one here.
Yeah.
And I've got a little bit of assistance from my buddy Cam.
I see that.
He says here, talking about professionalism, how much freedom and autonomy would you say a professional have over their approaches they're using to animate? Instead of blocking, splining, polishing, going COG first entire shot and doing a pass on the leading limbs and so forth and so on.
Deep question.
Deep question for sure. Great question. And like I said, I got a little bit of assistance from my buddy Cam, who's also an animator. He says this really depends on the studio that you're working at. Every studio is different in terms of their workflows and how they like to have their animators work to keep things consistent. I like that. He goes on to say, as an animator, it's good to know a bunch of different workflows and try out new ones to see which you like and which are easiest for you, and diversify your skill set. That's super helpful. Thanks
like
for
it.
the assist, Cam. Hopefully
I
that's
like
helpful
his-
to you as well.
I like his AI mic drop up there too. That's pretty good. Those afraid of AI, remember that AI can never replace actual artists, only mimic them. There's a boom for AI because it's new, but that will pass. The AI bubble is already starting to burst. I like that.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's a lot of pushback in a lot of different areas around
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You
It was
know,
kind of
now
the
we've-
same deal when mocap was out, when it first came out.
yeah, and now we've got new words to add to the dictionary, like AI slop.
Yeah. And look at that. Oh hi Mark, currently doing the intro to Maya course and loving it. I see he's maybe seen Renee Singer's stuff on campus. LOOOVING, and I like that a lot. There's only 1 week left though. Well, Animation Basics is your next jam. That's where you should be going after the Maya course is over. That's when you transition over into your very first 12-week course, part of that character animation program. Take that one to begin with. I'm not sure because it's hard to know who these folks are when you see their names like that. But if you haven't already done so, submit your application for the summer term that's coming up that starts on July 6th. There's some cool things that we do for people that get registered for their class in a timely manner, as you know. So, and that'll be people are going to be jealous of those things. I don't want to give too much.
Not too much. Cool. There's another one here from Instagram. Given, let's see, it's MS Wati, maybe Junior. Given the technical advantage of being great at drawing, how long would it ideally take to be conversant with 3D animation? Great question. 3D character animation really requires a lot less drawing and sketching than what you'd find on the 2D side. So, although, and you know who I'm thinking about, who's the name of that student who works over at Disney? And he is an incredible sketch artist. Is it Dominic? No.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name at the moment.
Now you got that's going to bug me all day.
I know. But yeah, we have a student. He's like a professional sketch artist at Disney 2D. And really, he had to kind of learn from the very beginning, even though he's a great sketch artist. And we're talking like, classic Disney, characters. It looks amazing. He is incredible. But yeah, really, it's more about learning acting and body mechanics. So it's going to be helpful for sure. It's going to be great for you to know those, how to draw. And it's going to be, I would imagine that if you're great at drawing and sketching, your planning is going to look incredible. But
yeah,
that's got to translate over into how you're actually moving those digital puppets, the rigs, and how are you moving the body and utilizing the 12 principles of animation in your work to really develop, moving shots.
Cameron helped out with one too for Rohit. Rohit asking, how about Blender taking over for Maya nowadays, which is probably going to cover a few people's questions that are in there as well. And from Cam, Blender is fantastic, is a fantastic animation tool, but Maya is also industry standard, and many studios still use it. One of the reasons we use Maya at AM is because it is expensive, and we provide licenses to help you learn necessary skills on using Maya for free. That's kind of a cool thing that you don't have to pay for it. Blender's free. And it's good to know Blender, but using Maya is what we do, and it's what a lot of the industry uses as well. And he finishes by saying you can then take those animation skills you've learned from AM and apply them yourselves when learning Blender for free. So having both of those under your belt is not a bad idea. That way you're ready to work in any place, in any studio, depending on what they're using. Animation's animation. It's just the tools are really what changes it.
Yeah, and look at that. You just kind of answered Fulvio's question as well.
Fulvio. Cool.
Perfect. It's great.
Perfecto.
You fed two birds with one piece of bread.
I like that. No violence against birds, guys.
No violence, yeah.
Just saying. What else we got going?
Tell me.
Applications, man, that's kind of an important one. So,
It
you
is.
know,
Tell us about
we
it, Uncle Tim.
yeah, so we are applying. So for people that are trying to get into our character animation program or our game animation program, they're very similar. One obviously is, doing film work and shows and stuff like that, character animation, making cartoons for a living, right?
Yeah.
What are you, crazy? And then the other one is your game animation program. What are you, making video games for a living? What are you, crazy? So both of these programs, for either of them, you must submit an application to get accepted. The application is very simple to complete. You put your name, your address, your email. You list your Maya knowledge. We need to know what level of Maya you're at, so Mars and I can kind of better assess your application and make sure we get you into the right course in time. List your Maya experience. You're also going to have to write an essay. An essay is a statement that tells us why you want to become an animator. We love essays that are not AI written. To be quite honest with you, we love a good story. So tell us your story when you write this essay. 1 to 2 paragraphs is really what we're looking for. Or more. We love that. We get some long ones sometimes, and they're fabulous. So tell us your story. The next thing they're going to want to know is, hey, are you applying for advanced placement? What that means is maybe you've already done animation in the past. Maybe you've gone to school somewhere, or maybe you're working in the industry and you're trying to level your skills up. What you do is you'll check the box that, yes, I do want to apply for advanced placement. And then you'll put your link in there, check that box. You'll add your link in there. And what Mars and I will do is we'll review your application. We will send your reel over to one of our mentors.
Yep.
They'll review that reel. They'll come back with some great feedback so that you'll know what areas look good, what areas need help, and which class you are best suited to start off with, so we can kind of help you grow as an animator.
Yep.
Doing all of that is a really quick process to do. And then Mars and I reach out to you personally, and we'll either set up a call, a WhatsApp, video session, Zoom session, whatever, and help you through this whole process and hopefully get you started in class.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Thanks for the explanation. That's super helpful.
Yep.
That's awesome. And hi, Mark says from Instagram, already applied and accepted. I'm excited to start.
Bang.
I'm curious who that is.
Yeah, I know. He's going to spill the beans.
I know.
Right now. Yeah. Who are you? What's your real name?
This one too, Riggs 3D was saying, currently working on scenes for my reel. I'm trying to cover bases as far as animating male and female characters, creature animation, an action scene, and interaction with characters and objects. Great. Sounds like you're working on the right things. That is awesome. Question is, where are you getting your feedback?
Cam Pratt's all over it too. Look at these.
I know. He's
on it. Yeah. You got to have, Yeah, the feedback is vital. I mean, I always joke around and say, well, somebody needs to tell you the truth sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. You need the truth. There's 2 kinds of feedback. Well, there's several kinds of feedback.
Yeah.
But there is feedback from friends and family. That's generally positive.
Usually pretty awesome.
General feedback. It's usually very good, but it's not specific. It's just like, wow, that looks great, Tim. And that's good to get that kind of feedback. That's more of like helpful for your ego. But you need to get that specific, positive, specific feedback where, somebody's actually breaking your shots down frame by frame, doing draw overs, and really giving you that feedback that you need to go back and make changes and things that you're doing right and things that need work. So it's validating if you've done something right. That's important too. If you're doing things properly and you're getting that feedback and you're like, okay, cool, I am doing that the right way. And then of course things that you need to develop and work on as well.
Yeah. I always and this is an old guy thing where I'm like, look, not every sketch that you made is going to get stuck to the refrigerator with a magnet. Some of that stuff, is not going to make the fridge, and because that's what we used to do. We kid to bring home this thing and your parents are like, oh my God, this is beautiful, Timmy. And you look at that and he walks away and you're like, what is that? Leave it on the fridge, Oh, look at Elias. Chose Greg Whitaker. Super straight to the point. Feedback, no BS.
Yeah, a lot of our mentors, they're not just professional animators. They're animation supervisors or lead animators, senior animator, or in some cases head of character animation. Their job is not only to animate in
Yeah.
their studios, it's actually to review other animators' work
Yeah.
and make sure that it hits the level. So, yeah, I would say a lot of our mentors are kind of straight to the point. I do know that about Greg as well. I've seen some of his critiques before.
And a lot of them are grads from here. So
Oh,
they
yeah,
get
I
it.
would say more than half for
Yeah.
sure.
So they understand that side of it and what you
Yeah.
need to hear and why you need to hear it. Marvin, out of curiosity, just to make sure, would the intro to Maya class always be available to get anytime, every 6 weeks? So that course runs every 6 weeks. So typically what we like to do is we'll run that class at least 2 times before one of our bigger 12-week courses starts. We don't want you jumping into animation basics if you've never touched Maya. So we give you 2 chances to take that 6-week Maya course before diving into the animation basics. And you could take just the Maya course if you want to, but you need more than that. If you want to, work in the industry or freelance or whatever, you kind of have to follow this path that we've created for you, from Maya to animation basics to body mechanics and to the acting classes. That's the proper path to take. It's been, built and curated since 2005. We're always tweaking it and fixing things and adding new content and all this stuff. So follow that journey. It'll help you.
Yeah. Well, cool. Very fast. That went by quick.
It was, right?
That was our half-hour show, if you will. And if we try to get to all the questions, it looks like there's still more questions coming in too. Well, we got a few minutes.
There's a lot of them coming in.
I know there is, kind of at the last minute here. If we did miss your questions, you can send them to us. I'm going to give you some contact info right about now, actually. First of all, you should definitely follow us. That way you get notified too when we do our live streams, when we have updates and announcements, and we're posting things about our student showcases, and we're always posting our student and recent grad work as well. So make sure you follow us. You can call us 877-326-4628. Goes right to me and Tim, and this email address goes to me and Tim as well. It's simply admissions@animationmentor.com. Please feel free. If we did miss a message when we didn't get to, or a question and didn't get to it, you can certainly send that in, and we'll certainly answer that. But thank you everyone for your time. It was a great quick session. Lots of great questions as well.
A lot of current students hanging out.
Current students, I love that too, because we do get our regulars and sometimes new people as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Keep on animating. Don't wait on applying. If this is something you really want to do, definitely check it out. I guess one more thing too, and this will show up on the recording. We do have another great free workshop coming up next month. This is polishing passes. So this is
that'll be cool.
An exciting one too. Make sure you sign up for that. That is a free workshop. We do them once a month. That is going to be for the month of June. And I'm not sure if we'll be back. I think we might be live before that happens. So we will be back.
Losing track of the Tuesdays.
There's a lot of Tuesdays. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys for joining, hanging out with us. We know you could be doing a lot of other things, so we appreciate your time as well. And we'll see you guys next month. Okay.
Bye, guys.